we're back.
And deader than ever.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Tamara.
And this is...
Ghoulbeans!
What's up? What are you drinking today?
I'm now, at this point, having decaf coffee because I've had so much regular coffee that I don't want to have a panic attack. And I think it's headed to panic attack town.
If the four horsemen of panic attack is... tingles.
Mm-hmm. Your stomach doing backflips. Oh,
Feeling...
You hear her? She's going.
It's happening.
Feeling a little paranoia.
A little paranoia.
And sweating.
Oh my god, yeah. There you go. And you're there.
I was definitely sweating a minute ago. I had to take my sweater off. Literally. I was like, let me put on a little t-shirt because it's going to get moist.
It's moist in here. I'm drinking... I need to know if you've ever had the Liquid Death teas.
Yeah, I've had the Liquid Death, like all of them. I don't like the tea.
The tea? I love the tea. I gotta put a little sweetener in it because I'm a child.
No,
because
that's why I don't
it
like them.
It's incredible. Yeah, but the teas are so good. I love the flavor with a little bit of sweetener. Which is like a touch, a smidge of my own creation. But yeah, I'm drinking the Slaughterberry. I love it. I love the brand. I love the vibe. And I like that it's weird.
I like that, like, their whole, like, shtick is so that people can have, like, cans in their hand that are, they don't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
So, like, if you don't want to have to drink around people. Well, you don't have to, but, like, it eliminates that, like, feeling of, oh, I'm being left out.
Right. Exactly. I think that's incredible.
I have to agree with you. Maria loves the Liquid Deaths, but just like the plain but sparkling waters.
See, I don't like sparkling water, but I love the names that they have for their sparkling waters. Like, I just was standing in Woodman's reading them. I was like, oh, these guys.
I know. They're so... It's like... And it's also kind of gruesome. Like, they have, like, double homicide cherry or something.
I love it.
It's horrible.
They're like, murder your neighbor in cold blood raspberry.
I love... That's my favorite one.
Yeah, it's... I'm a big fan of the teas.
Have you already had coffee this morning?
I have it simultaneously right next to it, but it's like just a home brew.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I guess I'm headed towards Panic Attack Alley as well, right there with you.
Oh, you're in the alley?
I'm sweating.
Oh, damn. You're really in the trenches.
It is what it is.
You're like looking behind you. It's a cold, damp alley. Actually, it's too warm of an alley. Suffocating.
Oh my god, we have a plant outside the door and like it's just like right in front of the window and I almost died.
That's so funny. It's so
scared.
weird that I like this is your apartment.
I don't even know where I am.
No, I don't. I literally don't.
I am literally in an alley somewhere.
This is someone else's house. Get out.
I know. You need to fix your fucking car and come to the recording studio.
Is that a rocking chair behind you?
Yeah, why?
Spooky.
Well, how'd you even see it? Like
I saw a knob of the chair and I was like, it's giving rocking chair.
It's giving it because it is it.
Spooky.
Yeah, it is spooky.
You know what?
It's better. It's fine here.
Oh, it's feeling okay in there? The energy is alright?
Yeah.
I was at work the other day, and I was listening to our pod, and I was listening to episodes that maybe I've only listened to once all the way through.
I love that you listen to our podcast like that.
I am sad you don't listen to our podcast.
It's fair. I'll have to go through and listen to all.
That's crazy.
I listen to them while I edit them.
No, and then I get it, and I understand. But
if you're on your second time through them, like, I should definitely be listening to them.
Yeah. Well, some of them, like, I go back and I'm like, I could not even tell you what we talked about in this episode. So I go back and I'm like, oh yeah, and like refresh my memory on the Ghoulbeans lore. And one of the scariest ones we've done is Much Too Good for Children. Oh, no, and Golly Wally Gee Whiz. Because
Yeah.
Golly Wally Gee Whiz is the one where the girl was having, no. Golly Wally Gee Whiz is the one where he's watching, like, top 5 videos and then he gets a panic attack.
Yeah.
And, like the room's caving in on him.
Yeah.
But the way he describes that story and, like, I don't know, I was, like, getting freaked out. And it's so funny because, like, if it's me reading the story, I, like, go, ew, at the same time as I do in the thing. Like, the same things get me. And sometimes I'll forget, like, because, you know, it's been a while, so, like, I'll chuckle because I won't have remembered, like, the jokes that we were telling, or...
For sure.
That's so funny.
No, I love it. I like that I think you just really like our podcast.
I think that I like to be in the know about what we've done.
That's fair. What did I even talk about? Was I even there?
And I also feel like obviously it's my favorite spooky podcast, but it actually is my favorite spooky podcast because, like, sometimes I'm like, damn, I wish I wasn't in this so that I could listen to it and not have, like, the memory of it.
Yeah.
Because it is so, like, balanced with being funny that when I want
Right.
it to be, when I want a spooky episode, I can go find a spooky episode and know that we're still going to crack jokes in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but sometimes we have one and we're, like, barely cracking jokes because we're scared. And I'm like, actually, I can't listen to this one right now.
I definitely feel sometimes that we're just, like, sitting there like, okay.
Like, it's not funny anymore. I can't even make jokes. Like, I'm scared.
I want to go home.
I want to turn off Google Meet.
So that is why you need to come out here to see my apartment.
I know, I actually do. But I think the next time I see you is going to be... Oh, no, tomorrow.
Duh, but I'm coming down there.
Yeah. Today's episode is a bitching hour. It's only the second bitching hour we've ever done. And we were just, like, so excited and ready and prepared.
Never been more prepared for a topic in my life.
What we talk about today, Cal?
Camping. We're talking about camping.
Well, you went camping kind of recently.
Yeah, I did. It was fine.
Oh.
It was fine. Camping's fine. Camping is precisely fine. I've had a couple things happen to me while camping that have made me not feel fine about it. The first one was when I was a wee little bub.
Yeah, let's talk about camping as kids.
Yeah, camping as kids, realistically, like, I don't remember a lot of it. I remember s'mores. I remember that we didn't have, like, sleep pads. So do you remember the, like, pool floaties that were kind of like rafts, but, like, the really cheap ones from the colored, like, neon pink and green? We would blow those up and put those under our sleeping bags.
This is so suburban of you.
Judy is nothing if not a thrifter, you know what I mean?
And it worked, did it not?
It worked. They deflated real quick when you laid on them on ground for a while. They're definitely meant for the water. But it was a good idea. So no, I remember we were camping in, I don't know where. We had to take a ferry to get there. Oh man. We were sleeping and it was storming out, and there was a tornado while we were camping there. Like, we all had to get up in the middle of the night and go to, like, the communal bathroom.
oh, a nightmare for you all. The bitch. And look, the fucking communal bathrooms have one fluorescent light, and it's flickering, and there's flies, and there's weird wetness. It's always so fucking wet in the communal bathroom.
So there is, like, the communal bathrooms. First of all, I feel like there's different campings, right? Like, I'm a fan of car camping. I'm a fan of parking my car in a spot that is so close to my tent that I can like
that it is your
jump
tent.
in. No, not quite. I'm grabbing the stuff from the car and walking into the campsite. That's my favorite kind of camping because I'm camping, but I can also leave.
Right. Yeah. I like car camping too.
Yeah, I don't think my husband Matthew he likes a backpack situation. Like he likes to walk for a ungodly amount of time, and but I don't get that one, and I just like I don't want to get lost in the woods. I will not have enough water to drink, and I don't honestly trust the life straws.
Yeah, and
I think it's a joke. I think it's a trick.
Oh, don't say that about life straw.
I don't think they're doing it on purpose, but I feel like when it malfunctions, it will be when I stick it into the pond.
And you're gonna be the first one person to get giardia after drinking straight from a pond with the life straw.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, wait, Kelly, that's not the life straw, and I'm gonna be like, fuck.
Yeah, that's just a straw.
I don't even know where you got that straw.
And you're like, me either.
It was floating in the pond.
Oh god. Like I do like car camping, and I like it because of the security of it. Like, bottom line is that it's like I don't have to rough it, but I'm still not like glamping.
For sure. Glamping is like at this point, why am I just not at a resort?
That's how I feel too. I don't understand glamping. Sorry if you're a glamper. I don't understand glamping because again, like Kelly just said, why just be at a hotel? Like, you're just outside a lot. Like, you could just be outside and at a hotel.
So Matt and I went we went on this road trip before we left Colorado, and at one point we stayed in like a glamping tent in a dark sky park. And so like the park was really cool. You can see the constellations and stuff. It was also in the middle of like the desert. So it was very cool, but there were spiders and bugs in it because it's still a tent, but like also there's wood floors and like a nice bed, and it was like confusing.
Oh, it was a yurt?
Yeah. And it's like at that point, because if I'm in a hotel and there's a bunch of bugs crawling around, it's like I want to get out of this hotel. Like, get me my money back. There's a lot of bugs in here,
Classically.
But this one, it's like, yeah, you're camping. Like if I had gone to someone and been like, there's a lot of bugs in my yurt. And
they're going to go,
yeah, of course you're camping. But my brain doesn't like match it up because I'm also in like a king size squishy mattress. So it just doesn't let me sleep on the ground.
Okay, so I've had yurt experience as well. But my yurt experience was very much like you're in a sleeping bag in a yurt. Like there's like there's wooden floors, but it's not like hardwood floor, bitch. It's like
no. There's like holes. I'm watching the bugs come from their hole.
Yeah, it's slats.
yeah.
But like and there's like the little clear dome at the top, so you can like see the sky and stuff. But I've never stayed in a yurt that also had a bed in it. And I think that's a very new age thing. Like,
yeah,
like the millennials want to camp, but on a king size mattress. But it didn't occur to me that the bugs would be on your squishy mattress, and I'm like, they're laying eggs in there.
Yeah, no, it's glamping is, I don't know, it's like the worst hotel you stayed at. You might as well just go stay at a motel. You know what I mean?
A La Quinta.
Yeah. And you know what? They've updated some of those.
Let me not do Ramada in like that, because at that point, the Ramada is a better option than the yurt.
Oh my god, yeah. We stayed at a really weird hotel when Matt's brother got married. The first time, I think it was the first time. There were legit like blood splatters on the wall. And when I was glamping, I was like, get me back to that place.
I'll just look away.
Right. It's not going crawl on me.
That it's so scary because I like can't, it's a bugs on soft surfaces feels like it should be
Right.
illegal.
Right. I'm laying on the ground. Like, of course a bug is crawling on me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I hope it's not. I hope that's not what's going on. But if I see a bug crawling, I'm like, of course. I'm uncomfortable. I'm cold. Like, why the fuck not have this little spider here?
But you're also like, I'm in your home.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, forgive me. Do you need me to move over? Is that what's happening?
Sorry, sir, you gave me a fright.
But yeah, glamping. There's no point. If I want to be comfortable, I'm not going camping, and that's the whole thing of it.
That's very true. So like, I agree with you. If I'm seeking comfort or like
Mhm.
a nice warm bed, and I'm okay with my back not hurting, then or if I'm okay with my back like hurting me the rest of the fucking day, like I'm gonna go camping. You know,
Right. Exactly. So glamping's out.
glamping is out.
Not that we
Although
were saying in or out.
oh yeah, today we're saying out. Glamping's out, but I'll never go glamping on my own accord. But if someone invited me glamping, I'm going.
Well, yeah, of course. I know.
He's like, no, let's not get crazy.
Right. Especially if they're paying.
Of course.
My thing is I'm not gonna. It's not something I want. It's not something I need.
Mm.
But of course I'll go. You know? Quite honestly,
Yeah.
I don't crave camping at all.
Okay, so I sometimes I think that I do because I'm like, I want to like go because we used to do it a lot when I was younger, which was how this started. We were talking about it as kids.
I'm not even done with my story.
Oh my god, tell it.
No, it's okay. I was done.
You good?
I'm crying.
Oh.
I'm leaking.
And I don't remember what episode it was, but that's so funny. I recently listened to the one where I was just talking about how wet you are all the time.
You're gonna be my promoter, that's for sure.
Your juicy eyes, like I'm like, why are your eyes always juicy?
Eyes. I don't know. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
I could smile too big and they start to tear up. I literally can't do waterline makeup. It doesn't work. It won't stay. Like,
for a long time you would insist on it and then be upset that you cried it all off.
honestly, I don't even have to cry it off. Like, you know how you have to hold it? The second I let go, it's gone. It touches my eyeball. No, literally. Gone.
I wonder what that is. Maybe your tear ducts are just inflamed.
I don't know. I feel like when I was like growing up, I didn't cry a lot. And so I always joked that that's the way the like tears came out. But now I've like gone through a lot of crying in my life now at this point, and they're still juicy. So
Juicy.
Okay.
Anyway,
So sometimes you crave camping.
sometimes I think that I crave camping, but I think I just crave like being outside for long periods of time.
Right. You crave a walk.
Yeah. Well, a sit. I wish like that's the thing about Illinois and a lot of these Midwest states classically is that there's not a ton of like huge cliff sides to stare off of. Although it's not impossible to find one, but like sometimes I think I'm craving like a trip like a sea witch, like going to the sea, just like trying to cure my ailments with some sea air. I think that's what I want, and I'm like, I want to go camping. And then I think about like the amount of supplies it takes to go camping.
Seriously.
Overwhelms me.
It's beyond. Like, I would literally, if I were planning, what do you think you need for camping? Because in my head, you need a tent, you need a sleeping bag, and you need like firewood and like a lighter, and then whatever food you want. But like, you need so much more than
I know, especially if you want to go camping, like how Matt wants to go camping. You need way more than just fucking Like, because me too. And I'm like, that's why I think that is like contributing to why I always think I just want to go camping. Because I'm like, we just need sleeping bags and a tent and firewood and like maybe a pot.
Right.
And like our
both of us left out clean water.
Totally left out clean water. I'm like, we'll figure it out. Like, I'm very much so a it'll be fine. Like, we'll figure it out kind of person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that side note irritates the fuck out of Mariel. Whenever I'm like, I think I'm gonna record with Kelly tomorrow, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, like, are we going over there? And be like, I don't know yet.
For sure.
And then they're like, okay, and it'll be 9 p.m. and they'll be like, are we going there? I'm like, let me text Kelly. And then like, okay, what are you guys gonna talk about? I can't remember. Like that irritates the fuck out. Mariel can't live like that.
I feel like I do the exact same thing. And I think it's because, like, I know I can always count on myself, right?
Me too.
Like, it'll be fine. I'll figure it out. But, like, if I had asked Matt, like, oh, like, what time are we going over? Or are we going over? Like, is that what we're doing tomorrow? And he was like, I don't know. I would not be able to just be like, oh, okay. I would be like, what do you mean you don't know? Like, that's our set, you know?
Yeah.
So I get it, but, like, it's funny because it doesn't compute because I do the same thing. He was like, so what do you guys...
Like, I agree with you. Like, I need, like, there are certain details I need to feel okay. And then the rest will figure itself out.
Right. Exactly. And there's a little thing called disassociation. So even if I'm the one that's not gathering those details, overall it'll be fine. Yeah. Like, am I stressed? Yeah. Am I ignoring it? Of course.
Right. Classic.
But yeah, no, and then for Matt's backpacking. Like, that's what he likes to do. Honestly though, he has confided in with me, and I will confide with the world. He doesn't even really love camping that much anymore.
He made that his personality for a long time.
I think that's what guys do, right? They just pick a hobby, and that has to be what they like forever. And I think therapy and just learning about himself, he's like, wait, I'm allowed to be complex. And you know what? I hate planning camping trips. He likes being outdoors, similar to what we're talking about.
Yes.
Going outdoors and stuff, but the planning aspect, because there's so much more that I'm we'll find water where we need it, even though I'm not drinking out of a life straw. And he's like, well, so I have to plan it, and that fucking sucks.
Yeah. I'm glad that he's realizing, he's like, I don't really like camping, I like being outside.
Yeah. Or like camping, but that's not my thing. You know? It's just a thing that I enjoy doing. But that's also I do like sleeping in a bed.
Who doesn't?
I don't know.
That's a very man thing though, to have to pigeonhole yourself to be no. My first birthday was a camping theme, and I've stuck with it ever since. That's a thing that they do. And so, but it's because, you know what that is? That reminds me of whenever you're oh, I love playing pool, and they're what's the number one rule about playing pool?
Right, because they stuck themselves in a pool pocket. Mm-hmm. And then they had to commit. They had to learn every pool player's backwards Swiss slinger.
They didn't
That's
have
a move,
to.
I think. Well, that's what they thought. And so then they're like, how dare you enjoy something when it's the only thing I know about myself?
Yeah. Oh my God. So real. And that's the thing, honestly, you could talk about this with camping. You can ask a man about camping that likes to camp or is an enthusiast, and they're like, well, those shoes, you're not gonna be able to wear those shoes when you go walking. And I'm like, it's a state park. It's not
there's trails, there's steps. They put in steps for me.
Yeah, or where's your fishing pole for you to catch your dinner?
What do you mean? I have Cheetos in my bag.
I'm peeling the plastic off. Back off of my Lunchable. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my God. Yeah. No. So it's funny. It was funny when he realized it. We were camping. We were camping in Iowa,
Mhm.
and we like stayed the night, and it was super fun and everything. And then the next morning, it was like drizzling and it was really cold. We were
Mm.
making breakfast,
Perfect.
and he was like, yeah, he was like the classic camping of like, we'll suffer because this is what we're doing. Like, this is what camping is. Camping is just suffering. And it's like, how much do you enjoy this minimal amount of suffering?
Yeah, you have to be willing to be. Oh my god, you have to
So
be
uncomfortable.
so uncomfortable and so willing to be ugly. I've never looked fucking uglier than after a weekend of camping. I feel so refreshed, but I don't. I look like I have meth on my person. Like, I don't look right.
I
It's
always like getting coffee after camping, and I can't imagine. The coffee shop's like, keep an eye on that one.
literally like, I'm like, I actually can't go in there because they're gonna have me escorted off the premises. Like, me after like a weekend of camping, I one have acne in places I've never had acne.
Yeah,
I have splinters. I am
everywhere.
bruised. My ego is bruised. Like,
My
I have,
clothes are suddenly like 3 times too big.
and the scratchiest fucking thing you've ever worn.
I
Camping?
haven't taken
Wait.
a nice poop in like hours, days. Hours. You've made me wait hours.
The fucking latrine. Like, somebody's living in the latrine. Like, I can't fucking deal. Like, but, and then I'll go on a walk and like I'll see the fall colors while I'm on the walk, and like maybe we went off trail and I'm like, am I a fucking I'm an environmentalist at this point. Like, I'm identifying fungi. I'm catching birds with my hands. It doesn't take much to put me back in a primitive state, and that's why I think that after like a weekend of camping, I like, you could tell like that I was very comfortable going back to my fucking lizard roots.
I feel like it's gonna be like an hour in, and I'm gonna turn, and you're just gonna like, oh.
I'm gonna be like ooga booga Neanderthaling. 2 hours in, I'm scaling trees. Like, I'm a different person. Yeah. That's why I think I'm like, oh my god, we're making breakthroughs, because you know what? It's not that I want to go camping, it's that I want to regress into like my primitive state.
And you know what? You deserve to. So I'm
Thank
excited
you.
for.
I have always said I'm not made to work. I'm made to like bask in the sun like a lizard. And like pick berries off the trees and play that gamble. Like, I really, I'm not meant to. I didn't know that was gonna get.
Anytime I liked the gamble. I was meant to gamble with my life. Anytime you've said that, I've pictured like, a trophy wife situation. You're on a sun chair. I didn't picture you
No.
hunched over, like lying on pure rock bed, digging through the dirt.
Oh yeah. What? No, never. Whenever I was like,
We
I'm not
never went
meant
into detail past I'm not meant to.
I'm not meant to work, and I would like to be like a housewife that just like lays around. But really, what if
You
I'm
know
being
you're
true
gonna
to
find
myself
yourself.
and I'm being my most authentic self? I want to have a life not that different from a frog. I want to like lay down and like let the moss cover me. Like, I don't. I'm not meant to work. I'm meant to like be a forest spirit. Like, my hair is one big mat. Like I'm not even verbal anymore. I'm just like,
Like, damn, I just dropped you off. You forgot your phone.
like Tamara, you're gonna call Matt and be like, Tamara, stop responding to her name, and it's only been 3 hours.
Like, we're not even at the site yet.
She insisted on getting out and running behind the car.
That's incredible.
You're gonna see me like galloping like a deer, like. Oh god.
That is so funny. I can't. I got the chills. So, yeah, I don't have any idea what we were talking about.
That it requires much more supplies than what we want to bring. I don't want to have to. That's another thing, a huge blockade for me, like not camping more, is that I don't want to have to fucking bring out the plastic tubs and put all my shit in the tubs and pack up the car, like, to the fucking top to spend literally 2 days at a campsite. Especially if the campsite's out of state. Now we're really fucking, like, now I gotta check the area. Now I gotta, like, look at the weather, you know?
Yeah. So, my other problem with camping is obviously the bathroom situation. I don't mind peeing outside. In fact, during COVID, I found that was actually a wonderful option.
Oh, true.
Like,
I was like, you left your home to go outside and pee?
COVID, baby. Unprecedented times. But, I don't enjoy, like, taking a squat over anywhere where bugs could, like, fly inside of me. Like, that's an irrational fear that I have.
That's anywhere, too.
I don't know. That's something that really I have to block out of my brain. Otherwise, I can't pee outside.
I've only had to pee outside in recent times, like in the last 10 years, probably twice.
Well, it's not that much.
No. And one of them was on the camping trip that we went to in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
We were on... Let me not. I was about to be like, we were on property. Like, we were, though. That some people would consider that camping.
That's true. When reality, that was just like a house in nature.
You know what? That's my ideal, I think.
Yeah, mine too. Because I don't enjoy, like, if I go camping, it's almost not worth it going to sleep because you are basically up all night and it hurts. But it's also, like, really hard to stay awake all night. So it's just like, there's a lose. I'm going to be uncomfortable laying on the ground.
Like, I think when we go on our camping trip, it's going to be very hard to sleep.
Well, I figured that we are not even going to, like, sleep. I figured we were going to be traipsing around the woods at, like, 2 a.m.
You know what? And I did look at your astrological chart recently, and you are a Gemini moon. And you're showing your ass right now.
The content
okay, girl,
is
I'm
content.
down. You know I'm down. I'm gonna be crying, shitting, fucking. Well, I'm gonna be liking it though, because I'm gonna be reverting back to my primitive state. But I'm gonna be
like, I am the woman in the woods, and just like scale a tree. That shit would scare the shit out of me.
No, you would start crying. You'd probably pass out from fear.
I would. I'd pass out, and then hopefully someone drags my body to the car because I'm out of there.
You can't trust Matt to drag you.
I can't trust Matt to not.
He would put you in a safe spot.
Yeah,
and like cover you in sphagnum moss.
And try to go fight like the ghost. That's his toxic trait. He thinks he can win. He thinks he can win against the bad.
Oh, that's his delusional everybody has like this delusional take. It's like a new trend recently. And it's like how men genuinely think they could land a plane.
Yeah, Matt's is that he thinks he can, like, if a knifer is coming, if a shooter is coming, he thinks he is top dog. He will save, and he's like, I might not live, but I will kill him first. And I'm like, okay. Mine is that I don't think a knife would hurt that bad.
That's delusional.
No, I know it would hurt so bad. Like, I know it is. Like, I literally, like, cut my finger on, like, a little box cutter. I'm like, oh my God, like, dying. But in my mind, I'm like, if they don't, if someone's like, oh, well, they don't have a gun, they just have a knife, I'm like, oh, easy, take them.
No, because you can hear your flesh ripping.
No, for sure. That's disgusting. I know it would hurt a lot. It could hit a lot. I'm just saying, in my head, that's probably been my delusional take.
Mm. Yeah, I'll agree that both of you are delusional. That Matt's
Well,
not
what's your
defeating everyone.
delusional?
I have to think about it, but there's definitely some that I'm like delusional bitch. Like,
Yeah, literally.
I need to like. I'd have to think about it. I'm sure. Because sometimes I'll watch a video and it's like, um, this girl's delusional take is that she could run the crocodile show at the Australia Zoo. And I was like, yeah, but that makes sense.
You're like, yeah, me too. What's so special?
I don't remember what we were talking about.
I don't know either. I think bathrooms.
Oh,
So
yeah, go
just
ahead.
going out into the bathroom, into the woods, is not worst case scenario to me. I get I have such a fear of those, like, toilets, and they're in national parks, they're everywhere, where it's like you sit on a toilet, but it goes into, like, a very deep trench. It's just like a huge thing. I am so afraid of those. Like, I would rather poop in the woods than sit on that toilet.
I Well, okay, what part of it are you afraid of?
It is the abyss below. I'm afraid of
Hmm.
snakes or Mothman or anything coming up through it. Like, I don't know how deep it goes. It's exactly. I don't want them swatting me. No, I just, like, it goes really far, and it looks like a whole ass, like, chamber down there.
It
It's
is.
so scary. I can't do it. It's it's not.
I have done it,
I
and
have too.
oh yeah, and I would rather do that than shit in the woods. I've never had to shit in the woods.
Yeah. I maybe when I was a kid.
No, not even when I was a kid. I think when I was a kid too, I was like even more
Maybe not either.
stubborn of like I'm not pooping in the woods.
Yeah, I don't think my family ever did, like, camping where there wasn't, like, honestly, like, a communal bathroom. Like, we only did car camping.
Yeah.
So I don't think I ever had to, like, shit in the woods either. But
Oh
I,
yeah.
like, can't handle that abyss. I cannot handle it.
I don't blame you. It is scary, and there could be someone down there. I'm like, I'm definitely not. I don't have
Or
any
like a
memories.
bat.
What?
A bat could be down there.
Y- Or yeah, or just like the bacteria. It's just you don't have to justify it. Like it's disgusting. Like it's nasty. I'm more scared that I'm gonna take a dump and it's gonna splash back at me with everybody else's shit and piss.
It would, like, be literally splashing 12 feet back up. Like, that would be the biggest dump of your life. Drop a bowling ball down.
And honestly, even if you dropped a bowling ball, it still wouldn't splash up that high. But I'm always like, today's the day. And
It's
I'm a
rocketing
hottie with
out of me.
IBS.
That's true. If anyone's gonna rocket one into the ground like that, it's gonna be.
Oh
She's awake.
yeah, she's upset that I was laughing. She's mad I was experiencing joy. Sorry. Forgive me. Um, I I have only ever been to campsites that have the toilet and the shower, but I have been to campsites where it's like so far away
Mhm.
and like when you're little, you always have to go with somebody. You can't just like walk to the bathroom by yourself.
Right.
Um, so I've only ever had experiences where like I'm with someone else and being like, I'm scared. Well, as a kid anyway. But something else I wanted to talk about with camping is camping food.
Oh, yeah.
So like ideal camping breakfast, we're having eggs. We're having like the little like maybe ham and eggs or like
Mm-hmm.
maybe we're cooking up some bacon. Something
Mm-hmm.
that we like to do because it's easier than like having to like toast bread and shit. It's like we bring flour tortillas and we heat it up, and then you just have like breakfast burritos.
Yeah, that's what we do too.
Yeah, easy peasy. Love it. Delicious. Um, I'm not having beans in a can.
Never. That's
With
like for hobos on a train.
but with the way that we watch movies about camping, you would fucking think that you're eating pork and beans like for every meal.
I feel like only people who are camping like on the run are eating pork and beef. Like camping is their home.
Oh, I would sooner forage than eat beans from a can.
Play that gamble. You can eat any leaf.
No. Almost certainly not. In fact, probably very few leaves could you eat.
Well, I don't think I was ever a forager. I don't think that's what I was back then. Like in my past lives, I think I skipped that.
Or you weren't a hunter either.
Maybe I was a hunter.
You were a gatherer.
Maybe I was like an animal at
Yeah.
that point.
Okay, I could see that. I definitely was a gatherer. She wants to make a guest appearance. Hang on.
Ah, Pee. Oh man, she's so cute. She's like, "Why do you have me here?"
She wants me to let her rub her face on me, but she's been drooling.
She's like, kind of looks like a little hamster.
I know, we call her a gerbil, a guinea pig,
Yeah.
little corgi.
Yeah. She's so comfortable with you just tossing her about.
She loves to be carried. She loves to be babied. Oh god, she's drooling so much. It's disgusting.
Yeah, the food, I love s'mores. How do you like your s'more cooked? How do you like the marshmallow?
I don't have the patience to make mine golden and melty on the inside, but ideally you do.
Mine is, I like it burnt. I like the taste of the burnt guy.
I like to pull the first layer off and eat it, and then use the second layer after you know what I mean? You roast it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like my favorite type of marshmallow roasted. Is the second and third like peel because it's like crunchy.
No, yeah, it's so good.
I have a memory of camping when I was younger for like my brother's like Boy Scout retreat thing, and my family. It was like me, my aunt, my uncle, and my mom and my brother, and we made for dinner one night, and like the campsites were the kinds that are like very close together. Like it's like literally they're touching. It's one right after the other. It's just like kind of roped off, and really it's a natural area, so you can like bring your kids to the pool and like maybe go on like a little baby hike, and you know whatever. It's a very kids friendly campsite. And we made, my family's from Texas. We made fajitas. Girl, oh my god, every single fucking family in the park walked past and they're like, "Smells really good over here. It smells so good over here." And we're like, "Yeah, it does. It smells really good over here." And every single time we would like look at each other because I'm like, they want us to offer them food.
Right.
But like it was delicious, and honestly, that was one of the best tacos I've ever had in my life. I literally think about that taco all the time. Like because we literally made fajitas like over the campfire. Girl, it was crazy. Like the attention that we were getting for the smell alone. It's because everybody had like their like PB&Js. But that was also the kind of camping that has like the well spout in the back. Like literally every campsite, or like maybe every 5, has a well thing, and like that's where you get your drinking water. That's where you get your. And I'll drink well water because I'm from Lake in the Hills. We were drinking well water.
Yeah, no, the well water, as long as it doesn't smell like actual shit, like as long as it's not
No, yeah. Like, I can't be the first one to have used it in a few days. I need to, like, let it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the well water's also so cold that it's like, it hits so good. Ooh, God, it's so delicious. You gotta get past the well smell, and then you're fine. But, like, Mariel can't drink, I don't think would be okay drinking the well water.
No.
I think Mariel will get
Has
a stomach disorder.
have they camped?
Never, I don't think.
Oh my god, this is gonna be incredible.
I don't, I have to, I feel like no. Like, the most camping that they've ever done has been with me. Like, in childhood, I don't think that they ever did. There's no way, because
Dang.
I know their mom. Sorry,
Right.
Evelyn, but I know you didn't take those kids camping. Um,
So Luce is gonna see camping for the first time. Tony's gonna see a ghost, and everything's gonna be great.
and are we bringing fishing poles?
Hell no! Are you crazy? You're gonna go sit your ass on the dock in the middle of the night to do what? Catch a child?
Why is everything in the middle of the night?
Because that's when spooky stuff happens.
Why would I fish at night?
I don't know. Why are we fishing during the day?
Because it's daytime. I'm not fishing at night. I'm scared to. Actually, I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give up the ghost.
So, out of all your campings, did you ever have like a spooky thing happen or a creepy thing happen?
No,
Or
I've
just
never.
like a
But I've
scary?
never. Again, I've never been in a camping situation that I am like the adultiest adult around.
Right, 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 right. Right.
And I've never been in a situation where it's like, if something goes awry, like, you couldn't scream for help. Like, I've never been in a camping situation like that because it gives me
Right.
anxiety.
Yeah. That
Like,
makes sense.
again, because even though I think I want to, like, go back to my primitive self, I want to be able to scream for help. Because the second, like, I climb a tree and, like, break my arm or something, I'm gonna come right back. Be like, hello, my name is Tamara. I need assistance.
I need assistance and a hairbrush. Stat.
Not probably, like, at that point, conditioner's not even gonna help you. It's gonna be fabric softener or something. Like, you need something strong.
Oh my
Um,
god.
to get the burrs out of my hair. Um, but no, I've never had anything like ooky spooky. Um, I do like hearing that story you have about when you went camping.
Which one? The walking through the woods?
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, Matt and I, our first trip away together was like a little camping trip to Mackinac up in the UP of Michigan. And so we were at a dark sky park where you can go and see like the constellation and stuff like that. Um, and so we're walking through. We drive to the dark sky park, and we're walking into the woods to get to a lake where it's like really easy to see. And all of a sudden, like, I am freaking out because a huge fear that I have that I didn't know I had until that very moment is of walking through the woods at night. I didn't
I
know.
know. That's why I'm like,
I
you were showing your ass because I think it's, yeah, you're gonna talk a big game, and then when we get there, you're gonna be like, I can't.
Of course I can't. I Anyway, so we're walking through. I've got the flash, like the super strong flashlight because I'm with Matt. It's so funny because when we first like we're just talking and stuff, we were talking about camping and I was like, "Oh my god, I love camping." Remembering like car camping as a kid, and I'm like, "Yeah, I would totally go camping." And to this day, he's like, "You fucking lied to me." He
Yeah.
was like, "You were like, you love camping, blah blah blah," and I was like, "Bitch, I was
No, but you
trying."
did. Like, the thing is
I
like,
lied.
you didn't communicate what your idea of camping is, Matt, because I don't want to rough it, bitch. Like,
I was trying to present the best version of myself, which didn't exist because honestly, at that point, I didn't even want a car camp.
oh my god.
I admit it here, but I'm different now. But Anyway, so we're walking through the woods. I'm freaking out. And then they have literal wooden cutouts of humans off to the side. So, like, we're on a path, and then the path, like, dips down. Like, the sides of it dip down. So you're almost, like, feeling above, like, the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I, like, see a person. I, like, whip the flashlight over her. I'm like, ah! And it's a literal cardboard cutout. I'm crying. I'm weeping. And Matt's like, I'm sure he's like, what
Well,
the
it doesn't
fuck
take
is
much.
happening? There were so many of these cardboard cutouts. So many of them. And
why?
hidden in the trees. They were hidden in the trees. They were
That's so
stating facts of
disgusting.
like the dark sky park. And I was like, a
I would
sign would have
sue.
been fine. I was so mad. Matt was like, look, there's other people here. Like, we're fine. I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't know this was a fear.
You in real time discovered a phobia.
Literally, and it was horrible and embarrassing. Like, we had been together for a bit, but like not that long.
That
I
was a
was like,
test.
oh my god. But that very night we were in the tent, like hanging out, and we heard rustling outside, and we were like, what was
Raccoons?
that? Well, and then we heard like growls, and so him and I are thinking bear. We're like, there's a bear out
Oh, you're
there.
in the UP.
Yeah. And so we were like, what the fuck do we do? So we hear the bear like literally rustling through stuff and like going around. So we like breathe, and he's like, we gotta run to the car. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And so we like count of 3 it.
Are you crying?
Sprint to the car, probably. if the earlier session had anything to show for it, of course I'm crying. We're breathing. We run. We get into the car. It was literally a man snoring. It was a man snore. He did sound like a bear, to be completely fair to us.
That's crazy.
And we like walked around to see, like, once we figured it out. So it probably was raccoons. But we walked around to see. He was so far away. Like, he was so far away from us. And so, like, I was like, I feel bad for whoever's in that tent with him because
Yeah.
what the actual fuck. So that night had a lot of horrifying moments, all not what they seemed.
But not
And-
like spooky.
No, I never have had like a spooky, and I really don't want one. Okay, so before we leave, I've got a little BuzzFeed quiz for us. This is plan a camping trip, and we'll reveal what national park you should visit. That's great, because we're totally looking to visit a park. So, okay. It says pick a place to set up camp. So they're images, so I will describe them to you. It is on a beach. There is one like in a prairie with some mountains in the background. There's one on like a lake with some mountains in the background, very green. There's one in the desert. And then there's one in like grasslands near the ocean.
I'm
And
picking
then-
already the lake by the mountain.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, pick something to eat for breakfast. A granola bar, a breakfast burrito, a yogurt parfait, a blueberry muffin, skillet chilaquiles,
Oh, fuck.
and breakfast sandwich. Yeah.
Damn. You know what? I'm going to stick with what I said earlier. I think breakfast burrito.
All right. Pick an activity. Taking a scenic drive, fly fishing, whitewater rafting, hiking, mountain biking, or snorkeling.
Hiking.
Choose a landscape that speaks to you. Desert, canyons, rainforest, alpine lake, mountains, or volcano.
I think mountains.
Pick something to have for dinner by the campfire. Grilled pizza, burgers and hot dogs, quesadilla, sandwich, foil pack kebabs, or chili.
Ooh.
Oh, there's your bean and pork.
Yeah. I do like the foil kebabs for dinner.
Okay. Pick an evening activity. Making s'mores, stargazing, night hiking, midnight swim, getting to bed early, or telling ghost stories.
Who would I be if I didn't pick ghost stories?
What's the one thing you can never camp without? Your dog, a first aid kit. Oh my God, I never even thought about a first aid kit. A book, your best friends, a clean bathroom, or coffee maker.
Oh, fuck. No, I'm gonna. At this point, I need the coffee maker.
Mm-hmm.
How disappointing would it be if you like woke up in the morning for a camping trip and there was no coffee? Like you'd kill yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. You got Glacier National Park, which is actually very beautiful.
Glacier is in Alaska, no?
It's in Montana.
Which one's the one in Alaska? Well,
Girl,
okay.
I do not know. Okay, I can take mine really quick and I can like cut out.
Yeah, say out what you're gonna pick.
Okay, I am picking for the first one, probably also the lake with the mountains. For the breakfast thing, I'm picking the chilaquiles. For the activity, I'm picking whitewater rafting. For a landscape, I'm picking the canyons. For the dinner, I'm picking the burgers and hot dogs. And for an activity, I'm picking ghost stories, obviously. And I'm also picking coffee. Girl, I'll meet you in Glacier. I think it's the coffee.
Let's go to Glacier. Have you been?
It's beautiful. Yeah, I've been there. I've never camped there. So Matt's family has like a cabin up in Montana, and so they're pretty close, like an hour or two away from Glacier. So anytime they go up there, I know Matt's gone like winter backpacking in Glacier, and he's got the most gorgeous photo. It was like of the water and the mountains and stuff. So I would love to go. Probably not in the wintertime, but
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, cool. Well, that is, bitching out on camping. I don't know honestly how much we talked about camping. I don't think we got the point across that like I'm not the biggest fan of camping.
It's a cross.
But I think it would probably be a good time to say that we are going on a camping trip for our Halloween special. We're doing a local lore live at
Potato Creek State Park in Indiana.
Now don't go looking it up because it's horrifying. You'll get nightmares, and that's our job to give you next week.
I'm scared. I'm as scared as I was, maybe a little more scared for this in the Congress. Which I can't believe was a year ago already.
I can't believe it was a year ago. We're just so much more vulnerable, and the woods. I'm fully down with you have to respect nature because that shit can get to you, and so I'm really scared. And
when you look up, don't look it up, but when you do look up haunted state parks, it's number one.
Yeah.
It's number one, and I didn't know that this is because I picked this for a local lore one day, and the episode didn't work. And we were like, someday we'll use it. Girl, it was so scary.
We literally made it.
Girl.
We literally made it our Halloween special.
Like, that's how fucking scary it was. And we're like, it's not that far. And it's so Midwest. Oh, God, Jesus. Oh, God.
It's 100% the worst decision we've ever made.
I'm scared as fuck, actually.
I know, finally, you're admitting it.
Well, I wasn't feeling super scared, and then, like, I was thinking it as it got closer, and then it's literally, it wasn't supposed to be the weekend of Halloween, but it is. Like, let's not forget that part. It's Halloween.
Halloween. We're not going out to bars. We are summoning ghosts.
We're camping in our cars.
Oh, we're not going out to bars. We're camping in our cars.
Oh, God.
I like that. Okay, so if you have any cool camping stories or scary, really, but also cool, send them in to ghoulebeanspodcast@gmail.com or ghoulebeanspodcast on Instagram. Thanks for joining us.
And spilling
the Ghoul
Beans.